Hey guys, Andy here from Service Your Body. Just want to talk to you about a client that came to me last week with a lot of hip pain due to stress. It's been ongoing for 8 months for him. He had been to a couple of other therapists in the area, and whatever they were treating or the way they were treating wasn't working for him. His history really, he'd been going to the gym for a couple of years, likes to work out, lift weights, the usual kind of stuff for a young fella. Doesn't really recall any kind of injury or mechanism of injury over the last while. One thing he did talk about in his storytelling or his history telling really was he did his leaving cert 8 months ago. Around the time of the leaving cert he suffered quite a lot with anxiety and stress, and it was around then that the hip pain started to develop. He also had a little bit of pec pain from benching. So much so he really kind of had to give up the exercise, or it was very sporadic. He got over the anxiety in the exams, but the hip pain still remained. So on assessment, standing in front of me, just got him to rotate to the right and rotate to the left. And going to the right was quite sore, a lot of tension, a lot of pulling, a lot of dragging. Lay him on the bed, resisted hip flexion and extension, was quite sore in around the lower back and in around the hip itself. Also looked at how he was breathing. He was very much a chest breather, which is kind of standard for people that are in a kind of stressed fight or flight situation or scenario or state. So really what I did first and foremost is I just got him to do some diaphragmatic breathing while on the bed, got him to do some pelvic tiltings, and then kind of did an exercise which combines the two together. So he's working his pelvic floor, hip flexor, while using his diaphragm at the same time. So we did that for a few minutes, got him up off the bed, retested, and straight away he was rotating fully around, no pain, no issues. The resisted hip flexion was fine, there was no pain with that either. So really that's all I sent him away to do for a week, was to work on his breathing, work on his pelvic tilting. And then he came back 2 days ago, and the night before he came back he did a strength and conditioning class, which he had done the previous week. And after doing it, the next day he was very sore last week. This week, no problem whatsoever. He breathed through the class, came to me the following day then, still great rotation, no pain whatsoever. So he was obviously delighted. So really what, following on from that, just got him back cueing his squatting technique, his deadlifting technique, and just got him to start building his strength back up again while using his breathing and his pelvic floor, just to keep everything moving at the right timing, so as there's no other issues with the tightness. So really what that's saying is the stress of the exams or external environment has a massive impact on us physically. So if it's you that's sitting at your desk getting neck and shoulder pain, low back pain, you really need to look at what's going on. It's not necessarily the position you're holding. It could be the stress and tension of just everyday living. If you need any assistance with that, please give us a shout. We'd be delighted to help you out, look at what's going on with you, and help you resolve your pain. Thanks.